welcome to the Vicki Wagner Show. I have the first ever in our studio, our first ever Scream Queen and horror extraordinaire, Melissa Bacelar.
Hey.
So, hey, Melissa, you're our
you?
first Scream Queen and horror actress. I mean,
Very exciting.
I know, and you didn't even come with blood or anything. I'm surprised.
It's in my trunk.
Oh, it is?
Actually,
Okay, you carry it around with you just in case?
Axes, blood,
Yeah,
knives,
whatever you need.
Whatever. Yeah.
Just like, and the blood is made out of cornstarch, isn't it?
It's all like corn syrup. It's nasty. It's sticky. It doesn't come out of your hair. It's the grossest stuff ever.
Yeah, because when I don't even watch horror movies. I mean, because I grew up in a haunted house, so
Oh, Lord.
I know. So I had enough scariness when I was
Totally.
when I was a kid. I didn't need to get any scared. Or how did you ever get into being a horror movie actress?
Honestly, I had no idea. I never watched horror movies growing up either. I'm scared of my own shadow. Like, I never wanted to be involved. A friend of mine was in love with this company called Trauma, which is Toxic Avenger. It's the first superhero from New Jersey, and I grew up in New Jersey. So he saw an audition. He said, "You got to go to this audition. It's for Toxic Avenger 4. Totally go. They'll love you. Blah blah blah." He's like, "Just wear vinyl shorts. They'll love you." And
Vinyl shorts. Will
vinyl
get you
shorts. The first thing I learned about horror movies is
and porn too. You can wear
porn. Yeah,
vinyl
porn
shorts
and
will
horror.
probably get you into porn too.
You know, porn and horror are very close, actually, because horror is all about boobs, blood, babes, and bodies.
Hey, sounds like a lesbian party.
It's totally a lesbian party. It's great. So basically, he said, go on this audition. I went on the audition, got cast in the role.
What did you have to do to get cast as a horror? Did you have to scream?
They made me scream.
Oh wait, we've got to hear the scream.
I can totally.
All right, let's start off with the scream. Okay, let's go.
Okay, gosh, I'm gonna blow everybody's eardrums out.
Okay,
ready?
I'm ready.
Little party trick.
That is awesome.
I never scream in a movie, ever. I'm
Really?
always the killer, but it's like, as soon as people know that you're a horror actress, they want you to scream.
Of
So I
course.
can do it, you know? But
I can't. I'm not a screamer, so.
Really?
No, I could not. When we were kids, my friend, we used to pretend, let's see who has the best scream, and we'd get out there, and she'd scream like that, and mine was like a squeak, and.
You just didn't have it.
No, I never had the scream. So that's what they make everybody do in an audition. I always wondered that. I always wondered, how long have you actually been doing these horror films?
About 10 years. Yeah, because I went to Cannes in 2000 with my first horror movie, and yeah, it's been 10 years. Oh my God. It goes so fast. I'm like, woo.
Because, you have like a big, horror is kind of like the comic thing, and you actually go on like a tour, don't you?
Yeah.
And you have all these fans that are all like into Melissa Bacelar. And
that's what made me fall in love with the genre, because I really didn't know much about horror. I did this movie, and I'm on a set. Now, I went from One Life to Live.
Yeah.
To horror. So I'm used to this like nice set with craft services and like a makeup
nice
artist. Totally. And the love everybody had on that set, the love that they had for this genre and being there, because they weren't getting paid, they weren't getting fed, they had no nice sleeping accommodations. So the fact that they still were putting in 18-hour days and smiling the whole time, I was psyched. Like, I was like, this is really cool. People love what they're doing.
So what was actually your favorite movie that you ever did? And why? And why?
That would have to be Skinned Alive, which was originally called Eat Your Heart Out. Read the script. It's about a hooker zombie that literally eats men.
All right.
It's very cool.
There you go.
Instead of sleeping with them. And it's just this powerful woman, and the zombie isn't like a green, gray zombie that doesn't have any emotion.
Were you the hooker?
I was the hooker zombie. So yeah. And I looked like this, except for in lingerie. But I get to wear lingerie the whole time. I'm like this fun, like,
it's like
sexy
porn
character.
with blood, right?
Yeah, basically.
So that's why guys love it so much.
Yeah.
But what's the worst movie that you wish nobody would ever see? Ever?
Ooh, the worst.
You can laugh.
I feel so bad because I'm still friends with all the people that write these movies, but I haven't actually seen the finished product yet.
Because you didn't want to?
Because I don't really want to. But the worst movie, and not because of the writing, not because just because the title, they duped me. Yeah. They kept putting the untitled project.
And what was it end up being titled?
Erection.
Erection? That was the name of the movie, and it was a horror movie?
It's a horror movie, and now it's on my
It was like crossover porn, or what?
Totally was not crossover porn. Untitled the whole time. Untitled script through the whole filming. It was the untitled project. All of a sudden on my IMDb page,
it's Erection.
Erection. My agent was like, "What is this?"
It's like, because when they watch it, you'll get an erection, right?
There you go.
Did you have to do a nude scene in that?
Nope.
Have you ever done any nude scenes?
Not in any horror films, but I've done nude scenes, but not in horror films.
Well, how do you feel about doing nude scenes?
Nude scenes really honestly don't bother me. I think if you're going to be an actress and it's part of the business, it's acting. That's it. People are naked in real life
Just, like,
a lot.
You got this whole crew and they're all looking at you and... Later they're like, come on, Melissa, let's go have some coffee.
Yeah, I mean, it's really funny because you'd think it would bother you more than it does. I think some people can do it and some people can't.
Right.
For me, the first time I had to be topless on set, I was like, all right, this is going to be weird. And it wasn't. I don't know. It was, maybe I'm an exhibitionist
You're like, yeah,
or
I'm
something.
all that.
I'm like,
This
here you
is
go,
me.
boys. No, it really wasn't. It wasn't scary. It wasn't nerve-wracking. It's so technical and you're just worried about the scene and that was it. Like, I didn't even think about it. I never wear much clothes in my movies anyway. So
yeah, of course, horror, because they got to like
topless
pour blood all over you.
Exactly.
So why do you think you've been successful in this genre?
I show up on time, which is really important.
Yeah, that's very important.
Actors always ask me, like, well, what should we do? Well, show up. That's good. Know your lines. Be professional. Be easy to work with. The thing with horror films, because they're low budget, a lot of people use the same people over and over again. Oh, yeah,
sure, because they know they can deliver.
Exactly. So I think if they know you're going to be easy to work with on set, like I was talking to my manager today, and he had a couple actresses that were on a horror set, and he said, you'll get a kick out of this. 2 of them walked off the set because the accommodations were bad. It's an independent film, you guys.
Exactly. Because I think to be like successful, you got to have a hot body, right? I mean, because you actually had, like, you did a photo shoot in Maxim, right?
Yeah.
And what happened? Tell us about that briefly.
That was pretty funny. I did this photo shoot for Maxim, and it was Maxim and Espanol, so they're a little bit racier.
Yeah.
Maxim USA is a little bit more conservative.
Because you're Cuban.
I'm Cuban,
okay.
Yes. So I was doing an Espanol, and we do the whole photo shoot, and it's all these bathing suits and this and that. And then at the end, the guy's like, is there anything that you want to do? Because you're a horror actress. Do you have anything cool, any props? I said, you know what? I have fake blood in my trunk. I wasn't lying. I really do have fake blood in my trunk. So we run down, we get it. I had these little white underwear things on. We pour fake blood all over his floor, and I just roll in it.
Okay.
And it was it was such a hot photo shoot. It was so much fun. It was so sticky and weird. And so we finished the photo shoot, and he's like, oh my God, these pictures are going to be amazing. And it was like the centerfold for the magazine. And I go, all right, where can I like shower off? And he looked at me like, oh, dude, we don't have a shower. They had one bathroom that was for the whole floor. It was a loft
Oh my God,
downtown.
you're kidding.
Not kidding. So I'm like, okay,
so
now
you're
I'm
going to go in your
topless.
car and drive in blood?
Right, and I couldn't put on clothes because it would stick to me. So I'm topless, I'm in these underwear, I have blood all in my hair, all over my body. I'm like, I at least have to wash off a little bit. So I go, give me some paper towels. I put 2 paper towels over the important parts, and I ran down the hallway covered in blood.
Did you scream like
yeah,
you've been
I was
murdered?
totally screaming. Because they were joking around. They're like, oh my God, our neighbors are going to think we're nuts. So I'm like, ah! You know, it was really funny.
Yeah, so
really
everybody's
funny.
like, this lady's getting hacked up in the room down the hall. Our blood's all over us.
Totally.
I have a question. I found out you actually went to an all-girl Catholic high school.
Yeah, for
I went to a Catholic school too, but you got kicked out.
I got kicked out.
What happened?
You know, I wish it was a more exciting story than it really is.
Yeah.
I hated it. It was a bunch of really snobby
Of course,
people
yes,
that
you're right. That's true.
Weren't very nice to me. Girls never liked me in high school. It was like this really weird thing.
Why did you get kicked out for it?
Well, I didn't want to go there anymore, and so I decided to fail a couple subjects because it was a college prep course, and so if you failed 2 subjects, you got kicked out.
Oh,
So
I thought you were going to tell me
exciting.
some like story, like you pulled out the butcher knife and chased the nun down the hallway and
I wasn't
screaming.
into horror yet, so
Oh.
I didn't do that. Like I said, I wish it was more exciting, but no. I just
Well,
got kicked
I'm
out.
really happy that you stopped by. It's a great story. I know that you're actually going to be on a TV show called Gravity
That's right.
coming up on Starz Network.
Yep.
And that starts in April, so we're going to watch for you there.
Cool.
Other than that, you can just find you online. I know you did you were the host of The Scream.
That's right.
And you can buy the DVD set online if you want. And for all you horror film fans out there, here we are with one of the top horror film girls. She's done over 20 international films, and you can check her out online, Melissa Bacelar. Thanks a lot for being with us, Melissa.
Thank you.
I'm Vicki Wagner. We'll see you next time.
Bye.